Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 81 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and this is, I believe, part 5 of our sheltering in place, isn't it, Jeff?
Yes, it is. It is part 5.
Part
And
5. It would have been part 6 if we would have aired the first week that we did this, but we didn't
yeah,
know.
yeah. We had taken a week off because we both had some travel plans, and then we had the next week was kind of the week everything was really kind of coming down. So we took that week off, also just not really sure what was the right thing to do, and so
But we're back, and it looks like things are starting to bubble up. Not only the weather, but the real estate is as well, isn't it, Jeff?
yeah, it's really funny. This is that really pretty time of year that you and I were sitting here, or we're talking here a few minutes ago, and I had the most beautiful, spectacular blue sky in the background, and now within 5 minutes it's changed, and so I think this afternoon they're saying put umbrellas away, put your plants away. It's everything's going to get beaten up. So
We'll see how it goes. Well, one of the things that we're kind of trying to share with you guys in our market minutes is a little bit, not to humble brag, but just to kind of let everybody know how the market is going. And it looks like we have seen an uptick in just about every aspect of the real estate market that we work in, haven't we?
yeah, we really have. We have, a lot of people that we've talked to. It's really funny in our business. Sometimes we talk to people as much as a year in advance of when they're
Mhm.
actually going to do something, and it's just that's just the way it is. And so one of the listings that we're going to be bringing on in the next little bit is somebody that we started talking to him a year ago. I looked at the paperwork.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's those people are coming out of the woodwork, and they're going to be ready to do something in the next couple of weeks and kind of get the market back on track. And we've had, gosh, how many buyers have we had that have kind of shown up?
So one of the things that I think that is interesting is on the buyer's aspect, we always set up portals where we can send our clients detailed information about specific areas after we kind of interview them. And I looked on yours just a few minutes ago. You have 7 people in the last 24 hours who've been to the portal and have searched.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have roughly the same number. I have 2 people that actually send me messages. So, um, yeah, we have quite a few buyers that have begun to bubble up, and we've actually received quite a few referrals just recently.
Yeah, we really have. And, that is really a big part of our business. When we go through and start looking at everything that we accomplished the year before, we consistently have about 80% of our clients are either past clients, customers, or referrals from past clients and customers. And so we thank you for that, and we would love for you to keep sending us your next door neighbor and your coworker, and just whoever it is, and we will take good care of them, I promise.
Absolutely. We also had a really we don't do a lot of leases. We typically reserve leases just for our past clients and current customers. And one of our really good clients had an amazing lease that he brought out on the property and really remodeled it. And asked, and this is, again, I think this is an interesting side point, is that when you do a rental and do it amazingly, you can ask for top dollar and get it. And he actually got that in what, 48 hours?
Yeah, we had I think we had 4 or 5 applications on it, all at full price.
Right.
One of the people that, and this is almost the highest price. There was one other home that was larger than this, about 600 square feet larger, that leased for a couple $100 a month more. But like on a dollar per square foot basis, from a lease perspective, it is like top dollar for that area.
And he did it so well that the people were willing to sign a 2-year lease with him,
Yeah,
which is great because we all know that from an investment standpoint, your costs and your ROI really get questionable when you don't have a tenant there and when you have to make it ready for one to the next. And so not having that for 24 months is really helpful for both those years that he's got coming up.
yeah. And I mentioned these people will be there. They'll probably be there for more than that initial
I
2
would
years, based on looking at profile and job and that type of thing. So
Yep. And one of the other economic indicators that I thought was interesting is I was on a Zoom call last week with someone that works in the marketing department for one of Dallas's local dealerships, and they had said that last week was a great week for their new car sales. So again, we're seeing people who the new norm is here. It's masks, gloves, Lysol,
Yeah.
and I think people are okay with that now.
Well, and I love the fact that our company adopted these showing protocols so quickly. They got
Yep.
the information out. They provided us with all the documentation that we need to be able to show homes, list homes safely, and protect people as best we can.
Yep. And even like, so when we were showing clients, it's also different because people now automatically turn on all the lights for you, and they open all the closet doors so that the ability to go in and like get an idea of what the house is easy. And you don't have to touch anything now.
Yeah, yeah, and I noticed that yesterday when I was showing you. It really does, um, and it makes a difference in the quality of the showing. I mean,
Right.
people don't walk in and arbitrarily start turning on lights in somebody else's home. So that's why you and I always kind of run ahead and try to get everything lit up really well, because people need to be able to see it in the light, um, and they don't, and buyers don't just out of they just don't do that. So I think having the home show ready, like you always say, lights, camera, action,
Yep.
having it ready to go makes a huge difference.
Yep. It does. It does. It does. Well, we hope that that kind of gave you some sunshine in your day.
Mhm.
If you're thinking about buying or selling a house, let us know. We are here and always working.
Yep. And one of the things that we wanted to talk about today, that just is the home buying and home selling process can be very stressful. A lot of times that process is happening around other stressful points in your life. The things that cause real estate to sell are birth and death, marriage, divorce, kids coming home from school, kids going away to school. It's job change, it's transfer, it's all of those things that have a lot of stress wrapped around them to begin with. And so we always want the real estate transaction to be the least stressful thing you have to worry about. We want to take that on. You can be emotional because it's an emotional time, but in terms of stress, we want to do our best to avoid that. And so today we were going to talk about 5 relationship saving strategies for any couple that is buying a home.
Yes, and this is key, and not just in today's time point of sheltering in place, but I think these are keys that you could use at any process,
Yeah.
at any time. And I think the first one is making sure that you're on the same page about expectations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a
And
lot of, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that in new home sales, one of the things that they always trained us on was kind of like a needs analysis. And so you and I have gotten where we do really good over a coffee or a conference call or a Zoom call now, a really good needs analysis about things that they may not even know that they need to be thinking about. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of up to us to really get those out in the air and make sure that we're all talking about the same thing.
Yep, we have to put the psychiatrist hat on and sit down and
Yes.
tell me what you're feeling.
But it is interesting because just as a funny aspect, years ago I was showing clients and they were really specific in what they wanted, and I thought, well, this is really great. But it was after the third house that we had shown that day that suddenly it became clear that 2.5 was never going to work, and she suddenly articulated the fact that she had no interest in having her guests have to share a bathroom with her boys. She's like, it has to be 3-3. And I was like, now we're at a game changer. But when we actually found that house, they were able to make a decision so much faster. But it is those needs analysis that you have to work on.
Yeah. And the number 2 point is be prepared to back down. Every decision that has to be made doesn't always end up being 50-50. You don't always end up on the same page. And I think another real simple way to say this is pick your battles. Figure out what things are important to you and what things are you just trying to win because you want to win. That doesn't really help the process at all. So
It's yeah. And the other thing too now to think about, is do scenario planning. Like, how does a house fit you? And I guess at the end of the day, it's how do you live in your house? What is your lifestyle like? Are you the type of person that likes to go out? You need to lock and leave. or are you in love with doing chores and you can completely zen out on a Saturday with 6 hours of yard work? Or to you, does that sound like complete torture?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of people don't even realize this, I being one of them, how important yard work is or yard work isn't,
Yeah.
And had I known, some other decisions might have been made.
Yeah. And it's thinking about how you truly live in the house. Are the where are you going to park? Do you come into the garage? Is it a rear entry garage? And are the kids going to walk in and throw their backpacks down just as they walk in the door? Or are you in one of those jobs today where think about healthcare workers and grocery store clerks and all of those people that want to walk in the door and shed all the clothes and put them into the laundry right away? Is that something that is going to be important to you in the process? So layout matters. How you really going to live in it? So.
And it'll be interesting too, because we've talked in a couple of other episodes about lasting consumer behavioral changes. And so will we see a shift to people having not only just one at-home workspace, but possibly even having a makeshift number two workspace?
Right.
And will it become more important for those to have truer doors or added insulation? So these are things that we'll be watching to see if these become trends that we see in the marketplace.
Yeah. And number 4 is ask an expert, and that could be, we're certainly your real estate experts, but it could be, ask an expert that is, if you're worried about how this is going to affect your tax return, talk to your CPA. How is this going to affect the process of how you own the property legally? I mean, ask an expert, and we have resources for all of those people to be able to help you with.
And it's funny that you say resources, because I think that it's the biggest compliment to us is that when our clients come back to us and ask us for referrals that don't even have to do with real estate, and they're like, "Can you help us?" And we're like, "Absolutely," just for the simple fact that we work with so many people in so many different aspects that we send out referrals all the time.
Yeah, we do. And the list changes. And that's, some people say, well, why don't you have a list of all those people on your website? And it's because they change. I mean, I can't send you one HVAC company that is going to service the entire Metroplex. And, sometimes those the vendor list changes a bit just because, this vendor gets a little bit too busy for us. And so we have another one that we tend to refer to. So anyway.
Yep, it's a good point. And I think the cherry on top of all of this is to remember that you're always on the same team, and that you're both pulling in the same direction, and that not one person always has to be the lead. But it's great when you both can pull, but sometimes somebody may have to take the lead, and it's great. And it's just this rotation that you both get to take.
Yep.
Who's leading?
Yep. So I hope that those 5 suggestions are helpful. They really are kind of boiling it down to nuts and bolts about what we see in the process. And you can apply these to the seller side as well. There might be a few different words that you would use, but the concepts are all the same. And so hope you enjoyed those. Come back in our second segment. We are going to look at 2 really, really cool houses in Kessler Park. We've got a little bit of a video part of them, a little bit of still video shot, but it's some really great photography, and we can't wait to tell you about them. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram page where you can see the latest homes that we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com, where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you find of interest. If you're interested in how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of pieces of information about your home, and we will email you a price. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. So welcome back to our second segment today. This is episode 81 of Sold with Updike Pugh, and today we are going to talk about 2 really, really cool homes that are in the Kessler Park area of Oak Cliff, both in affordable price ranges, and both are just walk-in ready to go.
Yep, and the first one is going to be 1522 Sylvan Avenue. This is a great area. It's Sylvan is one of the big feeders that gets you in and out, but it doesn't feel heavily trafficked,
Mhm.
and it gets you right on the 30 really easily. But if you're heading south, that can get you into the Bishop Art District and some of the other great areas of the cliff as well.
Absolutely. This is about 4 blocks south of I-30.
Mhm.
Has a circle drive in the front and then a driveway down the side that goes back to parking in the rear of the lot. So it's very, very super easily accessible in and out.
Yep, and they've done a really good job. This is one of those ones that's pretty much move-in ready. The renovations have included the kitchen, and they've also taken in 2016 refreshed or replaced the roof, the HVAC, and installed double pane windows.
Nice big open living room that opens over into a dining area, and then that kind of circles back around in the kitchen. Solid surface countertops, which also opens to a second living area with a gas fireplace, and it's done just very, very nicely. Big, huge windows that look out over the backyard. Um, Go
The
ahead.
backyard is great because it has a detached one-car garage, but then it also has a carport on the other side. So it's a great space for people with two cars. And again, the topography is so unique over in the Oak Cliff area. And this house sits on a lot that does have some really nice topography that feels good.
Yeah, and it does have good outdoor covered space also, which, in it makes such a difference in homes when you've got some good covered outdoor space, because even if it's raining or lightly misting, you can still get outside and enjoy. And this is really a truly remarkable home.
Yep. So this is a two-bedroom, two full bath, one-car garage, one-car carport. It's 1,886 square feet and just under a quarter of an acre, and it's priced at 400,000.
Yes, and that brings us in about 212.90 a foot. And we want to say thank you to Kathy and Kathy Hewitt for letting us talk about her home today.
Yep. Thank you so much, Kathy. And the next one, we're just going to go, if you were plotting us on a map, we're going to head just a little bit south and hit up 638 Turner Avenue. Great area as well.
Yeah, this is about, I'm going to say this is about 5 or 6 blocks south of there. But, this is, it's in a small little neighborhood. A lot of those little Kessler neighborhoods are cobbled into little not broken up, but little separate subdivisions. But this is really just a block away from Kidd Springs Park.
It is. And the other thing too is that because of its location, you can walk to probably the most western portion, or the western portion of where Bishop Art District starts. So like Davis Coffee is just around from this. And this is one of those neighborhoods that is extremely walkable. People get out and really take advantage of the scenery. And again, I'm going to say it, topography in the area. So if you need to get your steps in, this is a neighborhood to be able to do that in.
Yeah, this is a great 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The kitchen has been redone very, very nicely in it. It has solid surface countertops, undermount sink, stainless steel appliances, great little back area that was probably a back porch at one time, but is where the laundry room is, all inside, all air conditioned, just, a really nicely organized interior. 2 bedrooms that are near the rear of the house. One of those is the master, has its own private bathroom with a stand-up shower and big walk-in closet, and then another bedroom just right around the corner that's equal size that would make a great guest room or a great office.
Yep. If you were looking to downsize, or if you're a first-time home buyer, this is one of those houses that would really call it to you. The charm, the curb appeal. If you love to enjoy getting out and working in the yard, there's some really great landscaping and planting that's already established here. It would be easy to maintain, and really, it's an enjoyable place to live as well.
Yeah. So 638 North Turner Avenue, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It is 1,527 square feet, priced at $445,000, which brings it in about $293 a square foot, and a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. It does have a 2-car garage, by the way, and we'd like to say thank you to Susan Melnick for letting us talk about her home today.
Yep, wonderful home, wonderful home. Thank you, Susan. Well, hopefully we've touched some stuff that you would think would be interesting. We would appreciate it if you would like, share, and comment. Love to hear from you. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home, give us a call. We are always ready to help you at a moment's notice.
Absolutely. And remember, we always want to be your realtors for life.